Good evening, and welcome to the Curse of Strahd. It's been a while, so who would like to recap what happened last time?
We stormed the werewolf pack lair. Misery murdered her child in cold blood. Fun
Wait,
things. The werewolf pup.
Oh, right. I thought you said her child in cold blood, and I was like, what?
No, a child.
That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, and also Kiro got killed.
We made him hide in a corner. After he nearly murdered me like 3 different times.
Yep. And he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling players.
Misery also stole from a statue.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
There was
altar
a-
to the Raven Queen.
Or Mother Night, or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, really.
We definitely didn't rest, though.
Short rest maybe, but definitely not long rest.
I have so few hit points that we didn't.
Okay.
I think we kind of just stopped right afterwards.
Oh, okay. Then it would. If we did not
we
have a
spent
short
hit
rest,
dice
then it
on
would
that,
make
I don't
sense
know.
if I have 0 spell slots. Okay.
What's this hit that I rolled?
Yeah, looking at your guys' current hit points and the amount of hit dice you have available, you did not short rest yet.
Why do I have 3 hit dice rolls here that were near the end of the session? Which checks with the number of hit dice I'm missing.
Unless you didn't want to roll most of your hit dice. I don't know.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the hit dice that I rolled near the end of last session track with how many I'm missing from full.
And then I guess you did short rest.
But why would I only use 3?
That is a good question.
Maybe you expected a long rest really soon, and you
Yeah, sure.
didn't want to wake up with less than full hit dice.
I guess.
Must be up.
We will go with that logic.
Believe, as we ended, you were leaving the cave.
We were indeed.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to rest here because presumably other werewolves would return to this spot.
Mhm.
That sounds right.
Even though if we wanted to make sure they were truly gone, we should probably stick around at some point to eradicate the rest of the pack. There were almost certainly several out hunting at the time. But I believe we were in agreement that we were going to leave, so we should do that.
You also
We have a
rescued
few Yeah, we have a few civilians.
Yeah, especially because of the civilians, we probably are leaving.
I believe it was 4 children. And then Rowena's squire and like one other affiliated elf.
Yep.
I believe they're on the werewolf den map.
We're leaving it.
I know. I'm just looking. Double checking the amount of
Ooh, that
civilians.
makes sense.
Yes, 4 children, 2 elves, one of which is your apprentice.
Well, I'll say one thing for certain: they're not riding in my cart.
Get to your cart.
You cut off at the very beginning of that sentence because Discord's dumb. All I heard was "get to your cart."
You have to get to your cart.
Correct. And we
You
have
left it,
several civilians
yeah,
in
on the
tow.
other end of the forest.
Yeah, we left it down here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing to do but walk. Keep an eye out. Esmeralda will probably stick near the back of the group, make sure there aren't any stragglers.
All right. What about the rest of you?
We walk through the forest.
Yeah, we are also heading to the carts.
Yep.
Are you asking about a marching order or?
Yeah, I am.
I can go first if we want.
Sure. I'll be second.
And who's got the civvies?
Esmeralda is behind the civvies, making sure they are continuing to walk with us.
I guess Misery is directly in front of the civvies, but she's more or less ignoring them.
You're ignoring the children crying. Because they are crying.
Yeah, she's ignoring it. Or trying to, at least.
I imagine Rowena's elf compatriots are trying to keep the children calm.
Maybe, but they are struggling to remain calm themselves.
I'm definitely not going to be able to do anything while we're walking, but definitely before we left, Esmeralda would probably have taken a moment to try and cheer up the kids, tell some stories, show them some card tricks or card readings.
Make me, I guess, a performance check.
All right. Do I have anything for that before I actually roll? Don't think that I do. So I'm just going to roll a performance.
Well, yeah, you distract them for a while.
But once we're in the woods and walking, I can't do anything to help them because I am
Yeah.
very focused on making sure everyone's safe.
That's really weird. For me, Roll20's like cutting off the bottom of that roll frame.
Yeah, you need to wiggle the text box size to make it actually update.
Oh, I must have accidentally dragged it or something.
No, it's like that for default now. It sucks.
I don't know what you're talking about. It looks normal to me.
Same.
There we
Probably a Chrome issue.
Yeah, I'm not on Chrome. So yeah, it's your performance works, and it isn't until you're about halfway through these woods that they start crying again.
They looking like they're huddling together or about to run off into the forest?
Huddling together for now.
Good, that makes my job easier.
They are making a lot of noise.
I really wish we had like Pass Without Trace, but I don't have it yet.
Yeah, and my character that had it is buried about, 20 miles from here.
Since it seems Esmeralda is the only one concerned with the well-being, like the mental well-being of the people in our care,
What it would seem.
she will make a
I will
half-hearted
try to
effort
help them
to
too.
keep them calm and quiet. I will willingly roll this at disadvantage because I am very much focused on the woods around us and any threats that might lurk out there.
I feel
No,
like Marcus would want to help them and not really know how to.
no additional card tricks this time, but we'll continue to regale them with stories as long as it keeps them somewhat quiet.
The roll.
You're cutting in and out again. I'm sorry.
I said make the roll.
All right, another performance.
Yeah. Disadvantage.
Hmm.
It seems to work. You get into a good story. But towards the end, I clicked on the label because that's on this layer. So towards the end of your story, you reach what is in hindsight kind of a scary part of the story.
Yeah,
Right, the part with the big monster.
Yep.
And you're like, wait a minute, but it's
In
too late, and
hindsight,
they
I
start.
probably should not have told this particular story.
Yeah. They're screaming and crying again.
Anyone here have like a silence spell or something?
No.
I don't suppose any of you know how to deal with this. If nothing comes of it, our carts should be nearby.
I would like everyone to roll perception. Marcus, you you hear wolves in the trees.
We have wolves in the trees.
In the
I'll,
trees.
like, I'll gesture to Misery and Rowena to sort of form up around
You don't have the cart here.
I'll
You also
gesture to
don't. You also don't have a road. Actually. Yeah, pretend the road isn't there.
We're heading sort of like north to south, so I'm probably there-ish. I'll gesture to Misery and Rowena
It's
to
maybe
form
like
up.
it's a game trail or something.
I will gesture to the rest of the party to form up around the civilians, just so that there's somewhat of a defensive line between them and whatever's coming for us.
What is the name of the other elf? Gotta go back to the wolf den and look up their token. Aloysa, that's what it was. Oh, that's why. They're little.
So tiny.
But you know what is actually tiny? The child's.
Oh my god, they're so small. You can hold Alt while you're resizing them to make them not quite big and not, more importantly, not snap to the grid.
And fit them all in one space. Let's. Sorry for all the pings. Turns out dragging things like this does that sometimes. If you're wondering why they're not all exactly the same size, that's how children work.
Fine, don't worry about it.
They are slightly different ages, you see. And wolves. I would like everyone to roll initiative. Let me just clear the initiative first, because it was weird and had stuff in it without having stuff in it.
Just to be clear, I am making sure that the children are safely surrounded by us, the party.
Well, this is where the children are, so arrange yourself around them.
Were there wolves coming from the south too?
Yes.
Okay.
There are.
Cause yeah. I really wish I had a 3rd level spell slot right now. Because this is absolutely the time I would use Conjuring Barrage.
Here we go.
Here.
That is a lot of wolves. It's gonna be so dumb if I survive the Carol fight and die here.
Right? And other people. Did you give the elves any equipment?
I don't know if we had any.
Unless there was equipment in the cave that they would have grabbed.
Unless any of them was a sword fighter, I probably did.
if their equipment was in the cave,
No,
my
it
guess
wasn't.
is that okay. If it wasn't in the cave, then it would have had to come from us, and I wouldn't have had anything to give them.
Would have given
no.
one of them a silver short sword.
The only thing extra I have is a steel dagger.
Yeah, I mean, I have extra swords if they can use them.
Well, Roina, you know your squire's trained with the bow.
Yeah.
She's on that arcane archer track.
Would that we had a bow to give them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm kind of using mine.
You don't know shit about the other person.
I mean, depending on the kind of elf, they could be trained in longsword by default.
That's true.
The only longsword we have, though, I'm not partying with.
There's a difference between having proficiency and like having the stats to use it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get.
Giving whoever will
yeah.
take it a silver short sword with the expectation that they give it back when they're done.
Well, they're standing over there, so you're gonna have to. Like, give it to them.
I assume this would have been like while we were traveling and they had like no equipment because I'm like,
Should have thought of that.
It was never made clear that they didn't have stuff to use.
yep.
I mean, it was implied because, you know, you literally pulled them out of a cage. But in the meantime, Marcus, you are
be them,
up
man.
first.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I should have a zombie. Because I raised one of the werewolves.
You did, I remember that.
Certainly didn't keep the kids any quieter.
Yeah. Especially, you were just walking right in front of them with that thing.
I'm torn between giving myself some emergency health and just attacking. But... none of these. Ooh, the spell might be useful. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast some strike.
Right.
I should note that I don't think Esmeralda made it into the turn order.
Yeah, I think I got deleted because I definitely rolled initiative with my token selected.
Oh, just roll again. And yeah, here you go. You are also fast. That was a really good roll.
Yep.
Target.
Unlike Marcus, Marcus also had a good roll. He just has like a plus a billion.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna target that.
Alright.
With my first shot. Because I have 3 shots on my first turn. Pew. hit it?
That will miss. Hits the tree.
Okay, this triggers the next time I hit a creature, so I will target him with my extra attack. Does that hit?
That will hit.
Okay, and then I'll take an additional d6. So
That made the difference.
Oh, well, what a waste of an ensnaring strike. Well, I will fire my third shot here.
That one is kind of behind a tree.
Then I'll shoot this one.
So. Okay, yeah, I'll give that to you. I was gonna say roll at disadvantage, but.
I wasn't aware from the map that I was behind a tree. So,
That one takes some
7.
damage and it's hurt. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Ez.
Oh wait, that wolf would have had to make a saving throw though.
For your ensnaring thing?
Yeah, I forgot how it worked. It would've had-
What's the save?
Strength.
Strength. It rolls a 20.
So it would have made it. So it didn't take
Yeah.
the 1d6. Which would also trigger at the start of its turn. I don't know if that made a difference.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, then it doesn't take the 4.
Yeah.
Then it is still up.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that. I forgot how the spell worked. It's been a while. Which probably
yeah,
means I would have targeted with the last shot, if that matters. But we can just say for that I shot 2 different wolves. If that's
yeah.
easier for you.
Yeah. In the meantime, Esmeralda.
Bonus action to summon a tail to my side. Just gonna. Cool. I'm not using it immediately, but this is what it does when I do decide to use it.
Each creature. Okay.
And for now, I'm going to sort of hang back, sort of defensive position around the kids. And if I hold my action to attack the first wolf that comes within my reach, would I get my full attack action, so extra attack, or just one attack?
That's a good question. I assume so.
Okay. I will do that then. So I'm holding my action until one of the wolves approaches me.
Well, speaking of, this direwolf is. Oh yeah, they're fast enough. It's gonna use its 50 feet of movement because they have that to reach Marcus. I am assuming a 13 will miss.
That would be correct.
And this wolf can really only make it to like here. And this one can reach here. And we will bite. Of the 2 of them, it will try to bite Rowena. Does an 18 hit.
I think that just hits.
You take 11 piercing, and I need you to make a strength save. You are knocked prone.
Alright.
And then it is your turn.
I'm going to activate my blade song,
Alright.
and then I'm going to stand up and stab the wolf.
That will miss. And that will hit. You slash twice, and the first just manages to miss, but then the second just manages to make the mark.
Well, both of those women damage.
Yeah, you can only deal a little bit. If that's all of your turn, misery.
So bonus action to activate Form of Dread. Roll for my temporary HP. I actually lose temporary HP because of that, but
I think
it's fine.
you keep the higher source.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a replacement. Okay, cool. I will tick down Form of Dread, and I will fire off 2 Eldritch Blast beams, both at the dire wolf in front of us, or this dire wolf. So first one.
Nice.
Wait, what?
You didn't roll to hit?
Why didn't it do that?
I don't know.
Did you uncheck the attack part of the spell?
You can. No. It's there. Frickin'.
That's really weird.
Okay, there we go.
Well, the first one's a crit.
Yeah, I'll let you have that. Roll.
I am going to force it to make a wisdom save.
Alright, it
Uh,
rolls a 19.
Oh, okay. Then it succeeds.
It just barks at you.
Second Eldritch Blast beam at it. And if that hits, I'm going
that will
to
hit,
turn
yeah.
that necrotic. And
Okay.
extra 3 damage.
It is looking very bloodied and withered. You practically exsanguinate it with the necrotic damage.
Does Fred have a turn? I'm just calling your zombie Fred right now.
I think its name was Bob, and
Yes, it was
no.
Bob, I remember. You were like, I
Um,
need a name, and I was like, Bob.
I have to command him with a bonus action, so
Okay, so not
I
this
used my
turn.
bonus action to activate Form of Dread.
The elf, but like the other elf, doesn't really have a weapon.
Can they do magic?
Yes, but they also don't have a focus
Oh,
or prepared spells or a spell book.
they should hide in the middle then.
Yeah, they will. Follow your suggestion. The squire, meanwhile, will just kick at the wolf that
Is right
Erwin
there.
is fighting. Not really doing anything. It turns out,
Impressive
you know.
to kick something with a longbow you don't have.
Yeah. I was just using that for the accuracy roll.
I see.
Although, yeah, she should be on hidden. Wolf time. Well, Esmeralda, you get your wish.
Sweet.
There's a wolf in front of you.
Oh, you
Those
prepare
2
an
attacks
action.
just kill it. Yeah.
That is honestly not a terrible
And then this one will come in and try to bite you.
Cool.
I'm assuming a 10 misses.
It does.
This one will go after Rowena. Does a 16 hit?
No.
This one will go after your squire. And miss. And this one will also go after Rowena. They'll like fan out a little bit. Does a 21 hit?
21 misses.
Damn.
Your blade song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This wolf will sort of jump behind Marcus
Rude.
and 16. Does that hit?
Defensive duelist.
All right. This one will
Which
run up
makes
to
it,
misery.
yeah, it would have met my AC otherwise, but now it will.
Does a 16 hit misery?
Nope.
And this one can get here.
What about the one back there?
This one can get here.
Cool,
And
they
new round.
did nothing.
Marcus.
I'm gonna mark the dire wolf in front of me with or Slayer's Prey, and then I'm gonna chop it with my sword. That hits, I assume.
Yes, it does.
And if it's still up, I'm gonna hit it again.
It is still up.
Actually, I'm not gonna hit it again because there's a wolf next to the kids, so I'm gonna hit that one and probably kill it.
Wise. Esmeralda's up.
All right. You know that thing that I said I wasn't going to use immediately? Now is the time I'm going to use it. So, Tale of the Brute. I'm going to sort of, back to the kids, say, don't worry, you don't need to fear any of these monsters while we're here. And I'm going to let out a massive war cry. That's fucking terrible, my god.
Oh,
Two
wow.
ones, jeez.
Okay, that's everything within 30 feet?
Everything within 30 feet, which I believe is that many.
Okay.
I don't know if
Strength
the rest
save.
of you can see the circle that I
see it,
just
I can
made,
see
but
it.
cool.
And if they make the save, they take half damage. Okay.
Half damage and not prone.
This dire wolf has 1 HP, so no matter what. The other two.
And
A
obviously
20
not targeting allies.
The other two make the save.
So 5 damage.
So 5 damage. The 3 wolves up top. A 5, a 10, and a 6. So they take the 10. And are prone. And then the other 2, because there's only 2 others, get a 4 and a 15, so one of them makes it. If you had rolled 1 higher damage.
Yep. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and give a regular old bardic inspiration to Rowena.
Alright. Well. In the meantime, the dire wolves. 1 bite at Marcus. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
15 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength save. And then at Rowena. Rowena. I'm assuming a 19 misses.
Yeah.
Strength save, you said?
Yeah.
Those are the dire wolf right next to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one I have marked, so I have a plus d6 against that.
You are not prone.
Did the 5 make a difference?
It did.
Yes, it did.
I'm so glad I marked that one.
Rowena.
Um. I am going to cast Sword Burst as a cantrip. Well, it is a cantrip. Yep. So.
And, deck saves?
Yeah, dex save, so it's everything like adjacent to me.
And if you want to add a d10 to the damage on one of the targets, that is one of the ways you can spend my Bardic Inspiration.
The 2 wolves just get shredded. The dire wolf. The dire wolf actually makes a save.
Alright. And then I'm going to attack with my sword once.
Alright. That will hit. For 12 damage, nice.
And then
It's pretty bloody now.
can I add the Bardic Inspiration to that?
Not to the damage of a physical attack, no.
Okay then.
Misery.
Bonus action, command Bob to go here, get into flanking position against that one wolf that's adjacent
Flanking
to
would
Misery.
be... Oh, I see. Yeah, that one. I thought you meant
Yeah.
the dire wolf.
Nope. Bob cannot move that far unless I have him running. So he's going to attack that wolf with advantage.
That will hit. And we'll knock it out.
Nice.
Just rips the wolf apart.
And then I am going to fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, one at each dire wolf.
Alright.
So the one next to Rowena.
12?
Yep.
Alright.
And the one next to Marcus. And this one, if it hits, I will add the necrotic damage.
Alright, that
Wolf is
hits.
toast, probably.
3 extra necrotic.
You have just killed it.
Oh,
It wobbles, braces itself, and like
Did it have 17 hit
snarls
points?
and then falls.
Did it have exactly 17 hit points left?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Meanwhile, wizards who can't cast spells are bad. And more ineffectual kicking of the dire wolf. We've got a wolf bite on Esmeralda. Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Y'all and your ACs are bullshit.
I feel like I have the lowest AC. Or maybe not misery.
This wolf is just gonna
might be.
bite Mr. Zombie. 14. Does a 14 hit the zombie? It should.
Zombies have 8 AC.
Yeah. 7 piercing, and I need a strength save from the zombie. Meanwhile. Yes. Zombie is prone.
Alright.
2 wolf bites on your apprentice.
You said it was 8 damage?
7.
7. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Senta just gets rushed by wolves, and bitten, and bitten, and Proned. You see her get knocked down. Marcus.
Decisions. Okay. I'm gonna mark Mr. Direwolf up here. And stab him. Well, he gets
Describe
totally
your
over-
kill.
Well, it's attacking Rowena, right?
Yeah.
So I just come in from the side and just stab right through its like abdomen.
All right. Your
Just
sword comes out the other
completely
side.
bisect it. Yeah, I stab through and then pull up and like cut its back open or something cool.
Yeah.
And then with my second attack, I will hit the normal wolf next to me.
That will hit. And describe your other kill. And lightsabers, man. Jedi OP.
Yeah, I just after I pull it up out of the direwolf, I just turn around and then bring it down on its back and just slice through it and chop it in half.
Jedi OP. Lucas, please nerf.
And I can use the rest of my movement after that, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna move there to draw that wolf's attention. And that's my turn.
All right. As
All right. Stabbity stab.
mm-hmm.
Sidestep to avoid hitting the kids as I turn to the south and hurl my hand axe at the wolf down there. That would be at disadvantage, I think. I'll step close enough so it's not at disadvantage, because I would know ranges of things.
Nevertheless, you throw an axe at the tree behind it.
I'll get that later.
Oh, it doesn't hit Bob.
Nah.
Bob
It's
is
not a
prone.
nat 1.
Your damage roll was.
Yep, that it was.
Yeah, it doesn't really like sink into the tree. It's just the handle bounces off the tree.
Bonk.
Bonus action, I'm going to give my last Bardic Inspiration to the prone elf. Because it seems like they might need it.
All right. No dire wolves are out, so Rowena.
Alright. I will move to over here, and I'll stab at the wolf.
You have advantage too.
Alright.
Advantage makes a difference. And you just took it out.
Hooray for flanking.
And then I will use my other attack to do a firebolt cantrip at this one.
Interesting move.
Yeah, I think I had previously shot that one. More dead wolves.
As the last wolf falls, Esmeralda will wait, see if any more emerge from the woods before sheathing her weapons and kneeling in front of the kids and saying, "See? Nothing to fear."
Persuasion.
I'm just gonna pull my arrows out of these wolf corpses.
I'm gonna help Senta up off the ground.
Ah, thanks.
Big smile, even though Esmeralda herself doesn't feel like smiling. And then she's gonna go grab her hand axe. It's not much farther to the carts, I think. Probably gonna carry one of these corpses with us. It'll make good meat.
As long as it doesn't slow us down too much.
It might prove to be too heavy. I'll just drop it. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have 10 minutes, I can make something
I
to
would
carry it
prefer to
for
get
us.
to the carts in those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, make A.
Yeah, we should get
Athletics
moving
check
before,
to carry it. Yeah, you can
before
carry
all this fresh blood
a
draws
wolf.
more predators.
Yeah, I will carry a singular non-dire wolf, whichever looks the smallest and most clean kill.
Probably not one of the ones I cut in half.
Yeah, just sort of.
Well, okay, the ones you cut in half are the smallest.
They're not
I-
clean kills.
No. She's just gonna, like, heft it up onto her shoulders, a pair of legs sort of around each side, and sort of hold it like that as she continues hiking back to the carts.
Alright. And, yeah, you reach the carts.
Yay!
I don't know why Misery and Rowena are hanging out in Esmeralda's cart, but
Is the elf we left in charge of the cart still here?
make me a percentile roll.
I guess I'll do it because I asked.
Yeah, she's still there.
Cool.
I'm sure I have rope somewhere on the inside of my cart. I'm gonna grab enough to tie the wolf corpse to the back of it, just so it's off the ground, because there's no way in hell I'm bringing it inside and getting blood all over my living room.
Alright.
Just knock on the side of our cart and say we're back.
Did you find them?
We did.
That's good.
Killed a hell of a lot of werewolves on the way.
And legged
That's-
wolves.
Also good.
Alright, I could probably fit one more of you on the bench, but the inside of my cart's off limits.
You mind if Bob rides with you?
I would very much prefer they didn't, but I'm not going to complain. Esmeralda just scoots to the very far end of the bench, away from Bob.
Guess we
Misery smirks. She's satisfied.
Plenty enough room.
I mean, if one of you wants to sit up in the front, it'll be less cramped.
Yeah, I mean, the two of the kids are like on the floor. So if you did like that, not necessarily saying Misery go do it, but you know, if one of you wants to swap with Misery now.
In the front. I guess we need to find somewhere to bring these kids.
Well, we're heading to Kresk already, aren't we?
We are.
Just
Perhaps
stick a
it'll be
bottle of
safer.
wine in each of their hands.
Oh, we better get moving.
Do we know where the kids were from originally? Were they taken from Kresk, or were they taken from...
You don't know.
Can we
Okay.
ask them?
You can. Do you?
Well, I'm driving, so I probably don't, but if someone does, I don't know.
They've mostly just resumed crying. For those who are inside with them.
Well, if we do bring them to Kresk, the abbot can see to them. I guess we go for Kresk.
Let's see. The map. So you're back on the road now.
Mhm.
I think that quest marker can probably be removed.
Yeah. Thank you.
We did not go all the way back across the river.
Ah,
Bless you.
thank you. I derailed myself with that sneeze. Yeah, so you
Like 2 miles.
a little over, yeah. Especially with the
Probably about 2.5.
yeah, 2 to 2.5. You get there and it is like the day has ended. The sun is setting by the time you get there.
It's all 128.
By the time we reach the clearing, I'll have Esmeralda pull her cart up next to Marcus's as we're approaching Kresk and just say, "Listen, I'm going to warn you. Polite society and I don't tend to get along, so if you want me to tag along behind you, I'm more than willing to take the risk, but
You can always wait here if you want.
I think I'll do that."
We won't be long.
I'll be honest, the more I learn about you, the more I like you.
So Esmeralda and her cart will wait in the patch of trees over
You
here.
sure you want to do that?
She
can
will at
always
least
wait
put
with
her
your
cart there, and then approach the rest.
Mainly
on foot.
asking so that like you don't remove yourself from the rest of the session.
Yeah, I
That
know.
is fine.
I understand.
Yeah.
She will park
mean-
her cart behind the tree line and then approach the rest of the way on foot to meet up with the rest of the party.
I'm gonna delete one of these miseries.
Oh, I meant to drag out an Esmeralda.
Instead, you cloned Misery.
Because we don't have enough. You don't have enough problems.
That would just be too much misery.
Arguably, one
you
is
all-
too much.
Alternatively, you could
Arguably.
all smuggle me inside. As long as I stay in the cart, I don't think anyone would care.
But do they not like Vistani here?
It's complicated. I don't know how they'll react, but generally, Vistani and Barovians don't tend to mingle too often.
Well, do you have a bottle of wine?
Oh, plenty.
Then they'll let you in. They'd let
Esmeralda.
Strahd in with if he had a cask.
Esmeralda rolls her eyes, goes back and grabs a bottle of wine.
Who
All I heard was
goes
who.
who goes there? He said.
Is this the guard?
Yeah.
Esmeralda will let the rest of the party deal with this interaction, just hanging back and being silent until they are specifically called upon. Because if she can get in without saying a goddamn word, she's gonna.
We are travelers returning from an errand we have run for the abbot. We were here not too long ago.
We have wine.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
With the wine.
Yes.
I guess since I'm the one who said it, I should.
Yeah.
Wow, advantage did not help at all.
I mean, you never know.
I mean, I rolled a 1, so.
All right. Are all these folks with you?
Yes, we are. Including the kids, some of them which may be yours. We don't know. They haven't shut up since we dragged them away from
The wolves that were
their
trying to eat them.
captivity.
He looks concerned as you say as we drag them away, but then, you know. Now he's just eyeing you specifically with suspicion.
It would probably be a good idea if we could take them to the abbot to see to their medical needs.
All right, but don't try any funny business while you're within the walls.
We know the
We'll be
drill.
watching you.
I know, I've been here before. You don't have to worry about us.
He's looking at Misery.
Well, you might have to worry about me.
The benefits, Esmeralda, of being next to a tiefling.
Hmm.
People forget about the Vistani. And yeah, they open up, they let you in.
Cool.
At some point, Misery would like to converse with specifically Marcus and Rowena, especially Marcus, since he was here when
Yeah.
we were assigned the Dragon Crown quest.
We can chat on the long, winding path up to the abbey.
Yeah.
You don't want to chat while you're in the town.
I think Misery wants to be further from crowds of people before she starts talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, getting there is kind of a priority for medical reasons.
Also,
Are
Bob
they
is
going to
very
let
much
us to the abbot? Because I remember last time they wanted us to do chores and stuff before we could see him.
Also, just to be clear,
It's
I'm
like
not.
after dinner time, though, so.
I did not bring Bob with me on the hike up to the gates. They are still chilling on the bench of my cart in the woods.
Good call.
Okay. I will note out of character that 24 hours after he was raised, he needs to have Raise Dead cast on him again, or I lose control over him. So it might actually be better if Marcus stabs him with the sword and actually destroys him instead.
If you let that be known before we enter the gates, Esmeralda will do that for you. But we're here
Misery.
now.
Because our horses are down there too, unless we brought our horses in.
No, we brought our cart with us like we did last time.
Okay.
Esmeralda
Assuming.
did not, though.
Esmeralda
Right,
does
Esmeralda's
not have
cart-
horses.
Horseless.
Esmeralda's cart does not have a horse.
It's one of those fancy self-driven carriages.
Right.
Esmeralda has a car.
Because Misery actually likes Esmeralda, she will tell Esmeralda this.
Okay. You are down one bob.
But if it wears off, does it just become feral and walk off?
I lose control over it, basically.
So basically,
Yeah.
So, assuming this all happens before we do the gate shenanigans.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. But yeah, speaking of crowds, y'all are getting some pretty intense stares and
Esmeralda is
glares.
distancing herself from Misery and the group as much as she can.
Is this similar to how we were greeted the first time we came here, or is it noticeably different?
Make me an intuition check.
Fuck.
You mean an insight check?
Yeah, insight.
Insight, yes. Um, you have a hard time telling Misery. It's similar to, it feels similar to your reception last time, but it also feels similar to your reception everywhere you have been ever.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if anyone else wants to.
I wasn't here last time, so I can't compare.
That's true, yeah. If Marcus wants to.
Sure. I rolled even worse somehow.
Oh wow.
I have a +6 and
Wait, I know you. One of them stops you.
stops who?
You, Marcus. I mean, he's standing in front of like the whole group, but you know, it's like I recognize you.
Well, I've been here before.
Yes. You brought that werewolf with you last time.
God damn it.
It's your fault.
Wait, didn't we, out of character, did he not go with us to get medical attention?
I
don't think you did.
That guy did not know.
Yeah, at that time, we didn't even know the abbot could remove curse.
No,
When
weren't we
we-
going there to see him about that? Didn't they like tell us that was a thing?
Yeah, but he didn't go up with you.
As I hear the crowd turn against the group, Esmeralda's just going to distance herself from them just a bit more.
Yeah, as this guy's shouting at you, more people are, you know, showing up. What do you have to say for yourself, hmm?
What was I supposed to do? Leave a dying man on the road? And when we got here, we encouraged him to come with us to the abbot to get medical attention.
He was already a monster.
Out of character, can you use remove curse on someone who's like already a werewolf or no?
The last time you tried, it didn't work.
Yeah, with the child.
Yeah, but I mean, he could have, turned after. Like, he would have just been bit.
I vaguely recall that at least one person had a maybe sus feeling about him. For what it's worth.
That may have been a me with my metagaming knowledge that I did not speak up on.
Maybe. But yeah, based on what this dude is saying, for all that you can trust his judgment, he's saying no, he was already a monster, and you let him in that very night. That very night.
How were we supposed to know?
How indeed. Of course, you could have known if you were in on it.
Please, I've killed more werewolves than people that live in this town. No, I don't actually say that, but I said I've killed more werewolves than you can count.
It's true. I doubt you can count very high. If it makes you feel better, we didn't bring any more.
Oh. Looks at the whole group. Oh yeah, you also have the other elf. Because you're probably not making her stay at the carts again.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we bring one of the carts in the gates with us?
Yeah,
Yes.
so. Yeah, you brought Esmeralda, you brought 4 elves and 4 children. What manner of monsters have you brought into our walls this time?
Ah, yes, children. The most terrifying thing of all.
If you're not careful, they'll grow up to be just like you.
Another person from further back will speak up. That monster took my children.
Are any of these one of your children?
She will. The hate in her eyes gives way to a little bit of desperation as she glances over to like look. But like the angry dude in front is like, if they were, they're probably not anymore. Bidden, I bet.
I mean, we did check them for injuries and shit. We would have seen bites if they were there.
We also did some precautionary remove curses.
Oh, you checked them, did you?
Seeing
Like
how
you
the
did with the other one.
Seeing how the conversation is going, Esmeralda is going to slowly try and back away and disappear into the tree line to quietly walk somewhere else in town.
Roll stealth. Noted.
So what? Are you advocating child murder?
What a character, that's some tough talk coming from you. Just saying. Actually, I would like you to roll, I guess either persuasion or intimidate for that.
What were the two options?
Persuasion or intimidate.
It's the same. Oh.
It was more intimidating in your head. The
Do want to add though, like I've had to put down the child werewolf. You don't want it on your head if one of these children is not bitten. You don't want to live with that.
However, if you want, I'll do it for you. Line them up, I'll take them all out. Do you want to give me that order? She's speaking to the townsperson.
Yeah, I know. Roll intimidate with advantage.
Nice.
Okay. He backs off. It's like I don't. You.
That's what I thought.
He just glares at you. And the mother will take two of the children.
Are they hers?
Apparently, I mean, she's not
I mean,
explaining. She's just grabbing them and getting the fuck out of here.
We'll tell her you just probably want to take them to the abbot just in case.
She's just taking them the fuck out of there. Away from the the scary devil lady that just talks about lining up all the children. Nah, she's just taking them home. If she hears your comment about the abbot, she doesn't.
I call out to her about it.
She doesn't give if she hears it, she gives no indication. Maybe she did and we'll do it later, but it's out of your hands.
If those two turn out to be werewolves, you can't blame us for that one. I'm gonna look at the jerk again and be like, for your sake, you better make sure that those children make it to see the abbot. And then I will lead the group away. Because I'm so done with this guy's shit.
Yeah, he's trying, but he's just backs off. The rest of the crowd though is still looking really angry. Oh, what about them?
After we see the abbot, the rest of us will be gone and you'll never have to see us again.
What about the elves?
Again, as soon as we get our medical treatment, complete our business with the abbot, we'll be gone.
What about the elves?
Whatever that is, looking at Misery.
What about me?
How do we know you're not a monster?
Look, we have very important business with the abbot, and I'm sure you don't want to interrupt his business. Now let us just complete that business and then we'll be gone from this town and you'll never have to see us again.
You hear some angry grumblings and mutterings. Make me some perception rolls.
Lol.
Misery, you think this is gonna be just fine? People are leaving. Marcus and Rowena, people are leaving because they're going to get pitchforks and torches.
We're going to the abbot now.
Yeah, you might want to hurry. A mob is beginning to form. Or rather, the mob is dispersing so that a riot can form. Esmeralda, you're completely unseen in all of this.
Yep.
I'm going to quickly lead the group up to the abbey as fast as I can.
Alright.
I'm like, things are about to get bad. If we don't get
Well,
to the abbot, things could get real ugly here.
Yeah. You're on the long, windy road now. You can have that conversation with Misery now. Unless, you know.
I mean, Misery's chill. She thinks everything's fine, so.
I mean,
That's true, yeah.
I told you, I said to the group, like, things could get ugly here, so we should try to be fast here.
Esmeralda is just gonna like emerge from the tree line as you start up the trail and say, "You could have warned me you had a reputation here."
Didn't realize
We
we had a
didn't when we
reputation
left.
here. We also take the 2 children that we still have with us.
Yeah, sure. I can't distinguish them from the commoners. There's just so many of them.
This group of 4 here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but 2 of them were.
Yeah, so take the other 2.
Where is? There's also like a million little markers on GM view.
That is
Don't
fair.
worry about it.
That's covering up everything. It's just a big blur of tokens and words.
Mhm.
I think these are them. If not, these are them now.
Yep.
To be honest, I thought they were part of the mob that was accosting us, so.
Yeah, as you make it like up the bend and around and have some elevation. Yeah, you see several torches. Like there's a crowd of torches that are just starting to congregate.
We might have to spend the night in the abbey.
Annoying, but. I guess if we don't have a choice.
Misery does not like the abbot. If I recall correctly.
Not really.
I'd rather take my chances with the abbot than that crowd. Yeah. And yeah, Marcus is just gonna keep walking until he won't like really talk about anything else unless you wanna like address him with whatever you wanted to talk about.
There is something. We're going here to, I assume, hand over the crown, correct?
Well, it gets us the last thing we need to fight Strahd.
Well, if I am handing over the crown, I want a promise from you.
Ask.
The next thing we do is hunt down Gesh and get my skull back.
Fair enough.
All right then. Let's go see the abbot.